Hey everybody, I'm going to try to do something a little bit different for my Teaching Tuesdays, and this is kind of an opportunity I have to share with you what's kind of going on in my brain and digest it with you a little bit and see if you like it or not. So I'm going to share with it as I'm driving, and hopefully it's not distracting to you, and hopefully I don't get distracted because I need to pay attention to the road. But anyways, so I'm going to try something new, and I wanted to kind of, it's funny that we're in a car, but I'm in a car, not you. But I want to kind of take you along on a journey that I'm about to start. I don't want to get into too many details right now, but I guess bottom line is that I've spent the last 10 or so years really digging into the academics of the Bible and Christianity, and I guess it kind of stemmed from this idea of wanting to know who God was and studying Him and growing closer to Him. And along the way, I believe I learned a lot, but I think I missed out on some really important aspects of being a Christian, which is the love aspect and the faith aspect of that. And I used to tell myself and other people that the next step for me was to learn original languages and learn Hebrew and learn how to do all this. And I've gotten to a point in my life right now where I go, like, that will come, that's fine. But the next step in my growth, the next step in me becoming a more well-rounded Christian, I guess, a Christ follower, is loving like Christ loved. And I don't do that very well. I can debate people on my apologetics and my doctrine, but to really love like Christ loved is something that I know that I'm a weak area in. And then also something that I've kind of came across myself is my faith aspect. And I'm kind of struggling right now. I don't know if it's I don't think I have a lack of faith, but I think I've experienced so many times, at least from my perspective, that I've prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and had faith. At least I thought I had faith for something, and it didn't happen, or at least I haven't seen it happen from God's perspective. And so I struggle with faith, and part of that, I think, is also I'm a very analytical person. I like to look at facts. I like to look at percentages, and I look what's the probability of this happening. And faith, one of my favorite verses, at least one of the most convicting verses, is in, I believe, Romans 4, possibly, where it talks about how Abraham had hope against hope. So he believed against something that really should have never happened, and that was Isaac being born at such a late age in their life. And so that really goes against, to me, my rationale. And so I'm on a journey right now to study these two aspects. I am going to incorporate that. I am going to study. I know the stories, at least for the most part, but now it's really time for me to put that kind of stuff into action. And so I invite you to come along with me, and I'd love to know your input. I'd love to use this opportunity as a sharpening iron, and yes, it's not an illusion. That sun is beating right into my eyes, and it is bright. Woo, there we go. All right, so anyways, come along with me and join in the discussion, faith, love, issues that you might struggle with. I am kind of tired of the stained glass masquerade, if I can steal a phrase from Casting Crowns. I'm tired of pretending like I've got it all together, because I don't. And that's not an excuse to say, oh, well, or a justification for me to live however I want. I just know I have weaknesses, I know I have strengths, and I'm trying to figure those out, and I'm trying to hone my strengths, and I'm trying to increase my weaknesses. So I'm going to be pretty vulnerable sometimes, but also it's a quest for truth. It's a quest for finding, what does this really mean? So if you are like me, I'd love to hear that I'm not the only one out there like that. But if you're not like me, if you're the opposite and you go, oh no, like I've got compassion, I've got this, but the studying aspect I struggle with, let me know that too, because I'd love to be able to use my strengths to help you, and just as you can use yours to help me. So this is really, there's no editing. This is just going to be a one take kind of deal. So hopefully you don't have a problem with that, and I'll try not to ramble as I am doing right now. So I'll leave it at that. Please feel free to leave your comments below. I am all about encouraging and uplifting and healthy debate, not arguing. That doesn't get us anywhere. So I love challenging. I love thinking, challenging thoughts. I love thinking outside the box. That's all good to me. So feel free to join in the discussion, and I'll see you guys around. Thanks.